How high is your risk for flooding as we approach springtime? If you live in New London County, the answer is now posted at your local town hall.
Yeah, the federal government's new flood hazard maps are on display. They are not technically in effect for another few months, but as News 8's Tina Detel tells us, the information they contain is important now.
With the floods from last March still on many people's minds, a lot of people come into their planning and zoning office to see where they stand with the flood zones. Now, the maps on the wall are actually the maps which first came out in 1984 and were then revised in 1995. But there are new maps which came out in 2009, and those do show some changes. Towns in New London County first received those maps in July 2009, and like Stonington, they've been working with FEMA to finalize them.
What's going to be real nice is the new maps are not going to be in the paper form, they're going to be in digital form.
They'll also be more detailed, showing specific homes and streets. Even though they won't be made official until July 2011, they can be viewed at most town halls now.
You can zoom in on a house, you can zoom
and determine which zone you are in. The flooding last March may also influence the shape of some of the flood zones.
100-year storm event is really a 1% chance of flooding in any given year. There were places out in Missouri that had 3 100-year storms in a week.
Joe Larkin says if it looks like you're moving into a higher risk category, you may want to buy insurance now at the lower risk rate. Otherwise, your mortgage company may require you to buy at the higher rate come July.
But we have them. They can get a pretty good idea, an indicator. And they can also, if they don't feel that the maps are correct, now's the time to speak up.
While 95% of the people won't see any difference in their designation, some people will be put in lower risk zones and also higher risk zones, like the folks in the velocity zone, which means you could be flooded by incoming waves. On the scene in Stonington, Tina Detel, News 8.